Oh, I'm just going to introduce this video. It's the introduction to the project I'm going to be doing over this winter. It is an improvement on my Morris Minor Traveller 1968. It needs an upgrade of the engine from a one that doesn't work and is in a million bits to one that does work and isn't in a million bits. So let's get a bit more background on the project. So as you can see, the car does actually run in this video anyway. I got the car in 2016. It was a project. I built it up, got it on the road in 2017. It was at the NEC Classic Car Show in 2017, and I've been driving it around since. It's a fairly stock car. I'm not sure where I'm driving it here, but I'm definitely driving it, so it must have driven at some point. And it's gone all over the country. In 2019, it was at Gaydon twice. It was at Milton Keynes. It was in the Cotswolds. In 2020, it's been to the Lake District. Was that 2021? I think that was 2021 actually. It has been around quite a few places in 2020. 2021 it went to the Lake District, it went to North York Moors, it's been to Holy Island, it's been to Seahouses, Beadnell. Again, it's been all over the country. It went over to Northamptonshire for the Morris Minor National Rally, and it did that well. And yes, it's a good car, apart from one thing. The one thing that happened on the way to Gaydon to the BMC BLD, where there was a moderate bending of the crankshaft and the engine died, split into a million pieces and had to be recovered home. There will be pictures coming up showing the recovery and the state of the engine, which as you can see is not repairable whatsoever. So I've got a bit of a project on my hands. So this is where we pick up the story, on the motorway, on the hard shoulder, just before Trowell services, picked up by the A and brought home. And then it revealed that the engine had blown up quite considerably, massive hole in the side of the block, not savable, and if you look at the state of the crankshaft, you can see that it snapped in half. So this is where we pick things up today. As you can see, the inside of the engine bay is quite clear. Needs a new battery, it needs a massive clean and a little bit of cosmetic work, but it's functional. The other thing we need to do with the car is to do a little bit of cosmetic repairs. Now, as you can see, it's filthy, but that's through being stored in the garage for a few months. Now, if we look at the door bottoms, this is where we need the big repairs. This is where we're going to need to tickle it with a welder, because there's been rust and holes at the bottom of there since I restored the car. And the bottom of the wing, that's a new addition. Hopefully we'll get that sorted. But as you can see, the rest of the car, the wood's looking good, the GB badge is looking good despite not being valid anymore. The front of the car's in the boot, which is always a bad sign. And there's the camping gear from when I went to the National Rally. And you can see the reflection of the camping trailer there. I don't know why I put that on the video, but you can also see the Spitfire at the other side of the garage. What it needs a new engine. So the video diary I'm going to possibly do, I haven't decided whether I'm going to do any more than this one, or if I'm going to get bored, or if I'm going to give up with it, or whatever. But I'm going to acquire the engine, do what needs to be done to get the engine up and running, stick it in the car, and test it out, and maybe go on a few adventures in it. Hopefully it'll be ready for a trip to France next year.